Hey everyone, today we are going to talk about 5 unusual things that busy moms can do to take care of yourself. Balancing building a successful business and being a superstar mom is hard, and yet in today's digital world, it's more common than ever.
The question becomes, how do we successfully grow a business and children at the same time?
Join us for a candid conversation as we share our insights into marketing and motherhood. I'm Angela Reeder.
And I'm Jessie Valle. Welcome to the Marketing Moms Podcast.
I am really excited about this episode because one of the conversations that Jessie and I had when we were talking about this episode and thinking of ideas for it was that we didn't want to make an episode of like all of the common quote unquote self-care ideas where it's like a bubble bath or a, whatever, because it seems like all of those lists have the same things on them.
Yeah. Go
and
read
a lot
a book.
Of them, go read a book. And it's a lot of them. My husband sent me a TikTok a long time ago that was kind of making fun of those lists because like, oh, I'm going to go treat myself. I'm going to have an extra long shower and put conditioner on my hair. It's like, that's not self-care. That's just hygiene. And a lot of those lists really boiled out. Like, it's not self-care. It's hygiene. It's not self-care. It's just reading a book. Like it's just basic human doing things. But we look at it as, oh, it's self-care because I'm not doing it for somebody else. It's just for me. And I'm like sneaking my little time in with a book or whatever. So that was a fun conversation that Jessie and I got to have when we were coming up with this list. And we wanted to come up with one that was a little bit different than a lot of the other ones that you see online around these days.
Yeah. And we also wanted to be very clear that these are not basic hygiene needs. To us, we finally landed on the fact that self-care is about boosting your mood, right? Like at the end of the day, that's what, no matter what it is that you choose for self-care, you are making yourself happier. You're boosting your mood. You're de-stressing. And those things are not, they're important, but they're not key to survival. Right. So that's what makes them care. Self-care is that they're not basic needs like eating a meal. Like, I'm actually going to take a lunch break. No, that's a basic need, honey.
Yes. I'm very guilty of that. Like,
I'm talking to myself. I know I skip lunch all the time when I'm like,
yeah, or I eat at my desk.
No, you actually need to eat. Like that you need to survive.
Yeah. No, you actually have to have food. You have to intake calories. I do that or I eat at my desk. It's like my husband will say something if he sees me eating at the table. He's like, "Oh, like you have lunch at the table today."
Yeah. Oh, it's a proper lunch. Wow. Oh, I know. My husband's always like, when I'm done eating and then I'm getting up to go back to work, he's just like, "Wait, you're done? You don't get a break?" I'm like, "Dude, if I just jump back in, maybe I'll be done with work sooner." And I never am. But I don't take as long of a break as I should.
Yes. Yeah.
But anyway, so yes, today we want to talk about those unusual ways that people don't necessarily mention, but might be a great way for you to kind of sneak self-care into your busy schedule as a mom and a business owner.
So our first one is actually download a game app. And it could be, it doesn't have to be a game, but something enjoyable for you. One of the things that I do every day is I have Duolingo and I do a lesson on Duolingo, which isn't a game, but it's fun for me. But it can be anything, be Candy Crush, just any of the little like point and click games that don't really have like high stakes going on.
Yeah, I do
just something
New
you
York
can do
Times
quickly.
Wordle every day.
Yes. Yeah. I love Wordle.
Love
Wordle's
Wordle.
awesome.
I was stuck on Yahtzee for a while and then it became an addiction, so I had to stop.
Yes. I have one called Cats and Soup, and it's literally just that. It's just little cats. They make soup. I go in there and I like click on all the little soup bowls or whatever to collect the coins. And I can get more cats and more little, like one cooks carrots and one cooks lettuce. And it's just a really simple, mindless game that I can go in and just like touch on and look at cute cats.
Yeah. And that's kind of the whole thing is like, We want you to download an app that you find enjoyable. But obviously, none of those are important to survival.
Right.
And I kind of want to say stay away from social media. Like, we're not talking about Facebook or Instagram
Right.
or Twitter, like, or TikTok. Like, those are enjoyable to an extent, but I also think that they induce a lot of stress. At least they do for me.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you see what other people are doing, you start comparing yourself to them, you start like, why are you sharing that, that's annoying,
Yep.
and then like you just, for me personally, if I'm on those social medias too long, I get wrapped up into it and it's actually stressful. It's literally the
Yes.
opposite of de-stressing.
And it's easy to get sucked into them for a really long time. One of the
Hmm.
nice things about things like Wordle or even Candy Crush is there's a definite end to a level. So you
Yeah.
can say, okay, I'm going to play a level, and it might take 10 or 15 minutes to get through a little level on
Yeah.
Candy Crush. But at the end of the level, there's like a definite end and you can stop.
Hmm.
Whereas if you're scrolling through TikTok, you might realize it's been 2 hours and you've watched 1,500 TikToks and you're not any less stressed than when you started.
Exactly. All right, what is next on the list?
The next one is a feel good playlist meditation. And this was my suggestion, something I've been doing. I was watching a video once and the woman was talking about how hard it was for her to meditate because she can't clear her mind. Like you see on all the meditations, or if you have meditation apps like Headspace or Calm, they'll say, empty your mind, calm your mind, focus on the quiet or whatever. And she was like, I can't do that. I cannot do that. And I have a hard time with that too, which is why I've always struggled with stuff like that. But what she suggested was just to put together a big long playlist, of like, I think she said hers is like an hour and a half long, just full of completely random, doesn't matter what genre it is, songs that make her feel calm and happy when she hears them.
Hmm.
And she will put her headphones in, turn it on, and just sit and listen to the music for 15 minutes, let her mind go wherever it wants to go, and just kind of zone out to the music and let her thoughts wander for like 15 minutes. And I've started doing that and it's made a huge difference. I really enjoy it. It's a lot easier than trying to like get my mind back on nothing every 30 seconds because it's wandered off somewhere. And having music that I enjoy and that makes me feel happy gives me that serotonin or dopamine
Hmm.
or whatever it is
Yep.
boost that I need to kind of keep going through the day. So it's really fun. I highly recommend it. I have a big long playlist and I just hit random so that there's enough songs that it's different every day.
Hmm.
And I can just, set a 15-minute timer or whatever and then just kind of zone out for a while.
Yeah, I like that. I find that now that I work from home and I don't have a commute, that I'm I'm like never listening to music for myself. Because let's be
Yeah.
honest, when I get in the car, it's going to be Kids Bop.
Oh yeah.
like, like I
Yes.
don't have a choice there. Kids Bop, Kids Bop. Okay.
Yep.
So it's really nice to be like, nope, mommy's music. And then
Yeah.
I like how you said that. I mean, it's custom. Like, you put the
Mhm.
songs that make you happy and calm. And so it's not like telling you, you have to listen to classical or you have to listen
Mhm.
to slow jazz. Like, you get to choose whatever makes you happy. And I really like that idea. I have not tried this personally, but now that you've reminded me, I feel like I should, because I also heard once that another way to boost your mood is to sing at the top of your lungs.
I could
Because
see
like
that.
the exertion is a stress
Yeah.
reliever, right? So I feel like if you just picked a song and just started singing it.
Yep.
I do that sometimes in the car when I'm by myself. But again, how often is that?
Right. Yeah. Not very
Not very
often.
often. But I'll like put a song on and just like belt it out. Adele's great for that. Just throwing that out there.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. She does have some good belted out songs. I like that. Or just dance around the kitchen a little bit. Turn
Mhm.
on a song and turn on. I accidentally came across an old song from when I was in my early 20s, and I would occasionally go out to the clubs to go dancing. Um,
Ooh,
and
look
it
at
came on
you.
the other day, and I just absolutely immediately was just so excited. My brain was it was so excited. And I was dancing around the kitchen. Of course, I had my headphones in, so my kids couldn't hear it. And they were they were like, "What are you doing?" Like, "Oh, but it's the best song. I had so much fun to this song." Like, it
Mhm.
was, yeah, it was fun.
And again, for you busy moms, if you have an Amazon Echo or Dot or something in your, I don't want to say the word because then she's going to talk to me. Alexa. I'll spell it.
Yes.
I should have like turned her off so she doesn't listen when we do this podcast. Anyway, if you have one, you can do something like freeze dance, and that's really fun to do with your kids because then it will there's this one where you'll like act like an animal, so you're like being like a monkey and then freeze. Okay, next we're going to
Oh,
be
that's
like a
fun.
snake or whatever. So that's a really fun way to get your kids involved too. So you are expending energy, you don't have to think about it because it's so silly, but you can also get your kids involved and you can both de-stress together with a little bit of dance.
Yeah, that's fun. I love that. I used to do that with my kids when they were little. We would do freeze dances, and they always really liked that.
Mine's usually like, okay, mommy and daddy need to talk about something. Hey, kids, why don't you go to the bedroom and do freeze
Yeah.
dance for a few minutes? And they're like, okay. And that's how I get kids to stay out of adult conversations.
Yes. Yeah, the devices, the dots and things like that are really good for that.
Oh, all right. Number 3.
Number 3 is closet snack.
Mhm.
And it's like, I know it's kind of a joke or a trope in movies where you have like the mom hiding in the closet trying to eat a chocolate bar really quiet so their kids can't hear it.
Mhm.
But that's not quite the kind of closet snack I'm talking about. So, one of the things that we really like in our house is Cheez Its. And we go through big boxes. We have 5 people in our house, so we go through big boxes really fast. My kids will
Yeah.
go through a whole box before I get any. So one day, my husband came home with 2 boxes of Cheez Its, and he put one in our snack cabinet, and then he brought me the other one, and he was like, "Hey, look what they have at the store now. They have these boxes of Cheez Its that are perfectly sized for your closet where your kids can't find them." So the whole box of Cheez Its went into my closet. And every once in a while, when I wanted Cheez Its, I could just go in, open the box, grab a handful, and then scoot on out. And the kids couldn't get into it, stayed out of it. I've done this with cookies, get a package of cookies for the kids, get a package of cookies for me. I'm
Mhm.
not eating a whole sleeve of cookies. I can still only go in there and grab one or two because, if you come out with a whole bunch of cookies, your kids are going to want some. But go grab a cookie or two and have it for a snack and then kind of move on with the day and just know that whenever I want a cookie, there's going to be one there.
Yeah. I mean, and not necessarily like it can be any snack, just that
Yeah,
the kids are probably going to eat. But, this reminds me, I'm really bad. I'm getting better, but I'm really bad at things like fruits and veggies. Like, I will share
yes.
them, like, I'll give them for the kids, but then I won't eat any myself because I'm like, oh, it's for the kids to be healthy. No, no, no. I need to be healthy too.
Right.
But yeah, side tangent, you are not going to believe what my daughter did the other day. I had a brand new pack of strawberries, washed them up, set them out, and I just took a few and I thought, oh, she'll just take a few and then we'll put them away. Next thing I know, I look over, it's empty.
Oh
I'm
my
like, you ate
goodness.
that entire container of strawberries yourself? Like, I maybe had 4 strawberries out of
Oh
the
my
whole thing. She ate
goodness.
the rest. I
Did it
know.
give her a
I'm
tummy
like,
ache?
that's what I thought. I'm like, "Oh my gosh," but she never complained. She's like, "I was
Wow.
hungry." I'm like, "Okay."
Clearly.
She ate the whole thing of strawberries. I'm like, "Great, now I gotta go buy more." This is why
You
I
need
shop at
Plum
Sam's,
strawberries.
people, but that one was just a regular sized one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Kids.
kids are real good at cleaning you out of food.
Maybe I should start hiding snacks in a mini fridge just for
Here
me.
you go. Yes. Just for you. Those are moms.
There you go. All right, number 4.
Number 4 is to find your place of inspiration. Go window shopping. Jessie, I know, loves Pinterest. That can be a nice place for window shopping, seeing all the fun stuff. I think all of us probably have a dozen Pinterest boards full of things that we really wanted to do and never did.
Mhm. But just looking at them make us happy.
Yes, just looking at
It's
them can
yeah,
make you
it's
happy.
finding your happy place. So even last night is so funny. Last night, my sister and I went out to dinner, and afterwards, we were talking about those sugar-free syrup mixes where you can like pour it in
Mm,
coffee and stuff. And I'm like,
yeah.
hey, they have them at Home Goods. Let's go to Home Goods. We spent like an hour in Home Goods walking around, looking at everything. It was such a good time, a mood booster. I just love like thinking about organization. But we only walked out of there with the $10 worth of syrups.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I got to go to Home Goods. I got to get my inspiration. I found my happy place. I was nice and calm, but I didn't walk out of there spending $300. It's fine.
Right. Yes. I love to do this with the bookstore. I like to go in the bookstore.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'll buy something, but my to be read list book stack is probably to the ceiling, so I don't usually, but I just like to go in and sit and just be around the books, and it makes me
Mhm.
happy, and I see books that I've heard people talk about and I'm like, "Oh, I know that book. I've seen this book on TikTok. I heard someone say this book was really good."
Mhm.
And see the new bestsellers, things like that, the way everything's laid out, and it makes me so happy
Yeah.
just to be in there even if I don't buy anything.
Mhm. Yeah. So you have to find your happy place, your place of inspiration. Like I said, Pinterest is somewhere it's a world you can go to while at home. And Pinterest to me is not social media, right? Like it's a search
Yeah.
engine.
Mhm.
So I've been doing this at night too. Like I'll pick a topic and you can just like flip and scroll just that thing. So like maybe one night it's like hairstyles. So I'm just watching
Yeah.
people do hair until I'm like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. So it's like that's how I'm like winding down is, oh, maybe I'm
Yeah.
gonna go look at Animal Crossing Islands. Oh, that's a really cool
Yeah.
idea. And then I'm calm and I can go to sleep.
Yes. Yeah.
But Pinterest is
That's
also
always
great
really
because you
fun.
can look at your interests.
Yes. Yeah, it's really good for your interests, and because it is a search engine less than social media, I find it's much less stressful. You're not gonna come across, things that you're just like, "Why are they doing that?"
Yeah. Or even like DIYs,
Mhm.
party ideas, crafts, anything. I love Pinterest.
Yep.
It's a happy place.
It is a happy place.
All right. And last but not least,
Indulge.
mm,
Do something nice for yourself. Not take an extra long shower. That's basic hygiene. Buy the good chocolate.
mm.
Get Okay, I'll say get a massage on this one just because that's not something most people do. That is a
No,
bit
but
of
it's
an
always on those
indulgence.
self-care lists.
It's always on the self-care list, so I hesitate to include it, but it is an
It is an
indulgence.
indulgement. It is.
Indulgement.
I don't know. I made
Buy
that
the
word up.
nice towels.
Ooh.
Burn the really nice candle that you've been putting off burning.
Yeah. Paying extra for grocery delivery.
Yeah, grocery delivery. Yes.
Sometimes and that's called retail therapy.
Yes.
This is when
Yeah.
you're not just window shopping, you're actually buying.
Right.
Sometimes it's not just like upgrading the things you buy, but also buying the thing you've been putting off. Like, okay, and it doesn't have to be expensive. I for years thought, like in my head, one of those little milk frothers, they're like 7, $8.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, wouldn't that be a really cool gift? No one's ever gotten me one. So one day I'm like, forget it. I'm taking care of myself. And I bought myself the milk frother.
Yes. Yep.
Gotta take care of yourself too.
Mhm. Yeah, just indulge. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't
Mhm.
have to be a huge thing. It's like not run out and buy yourself a car or something. But, get the
You
milk
don't want me to
frother.
indulge in the Ferrari?
Right. Yes, indulge in the Ferrari. Get the
I
Maserati.
for the record, I am very happy with my Honda Pilot. And my husband's like, "If you could get any car, what would you get?" I'm like, "I get another Honda Pilot."
Yeah, yeah. You get another minivan.
There
But
you go.
yeah, or, going back to number 1, like spend the $3 for the coins in the app because it's gonna, get you
Yes.
something that you like. Just
Mhm.
indulge a little bit. Give yourself some happy.
I did that when I was, like, really on my Yahtzee binge. I paid the monthly subscription for a few months, but then when I was over my kick, made sure to stop my subscription.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
can't just, like, let that
absolutely.
run because then it's really gonna add up. But I was like, "I could do this for a few months."
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah, just while you're using it,
Mhm.
indulge, get the ad-free version or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. I'm struggling a little bit because this indulgement, all of them include money. And I'm
Well,
trying
it
to think
doesn't
if
have
there's
to.
any
I think we
fee
all have
free.
stuff around the house that we don't use because it's the nice thing.
Yeah.
Like, we don't use the nice tablecloth, we don't burn the nice candle,
Mhm.
we don't wear the nice shoes or the nice
Mm.
shirt.
Yeah.
Let's kind of call back to one of our other episodes about wearing evening gowns to McDonald's. Like,
Mm.
we all have that dress in the closet that we really like and we feel amazing in it, but we just never put it on because where are we going to wear it? Wear it to the grocery store.
Ooh, use the stickers.
Yes. Use right in the
I'm
notebook.
horrible at that because I'm like, "What if I have this really great reason to use these stickers?" And then you never use the stickers.
Yes. Right in the notebook. That's my
Yes.
big one. I
Ooh,
have
that's
so many
good.
blank notebooks. My husband keeps threatening to write in them so that I will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of the
indulge.
same
Use
thing with,
things.
like, certain ingredients in the pantry when I'm cooking.
Yes.
It's like, "Ooh, but what if I need this ingredient for something else?" No,
Mhm.
use it, make it.
Yep.
You can always buy more.
Yes. You can always buy more. There will be more later. There will
Yeah,
be other indulgences. Use the thing.
use the thing. Okay, I like that. Alright, so to
And I
recap.
think I think you had a special mention though, didn't you? It's not really self-care, it was just something you wanted to share.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna maybe talk about that on on another episode of, like, self-care or basic needs, but I will share because it was so exciting. Um, recently, my sister-in-law told me about the Norwex rags, which Norwex is a business. They have the parties, the home parties, things like that. So if you haven't checked them out, they're really cool. I use them in the kitchen too because they're antibacterial, but all you have to use is water. I know it's really hard to believe until you see it and try it, but I love these rags. Well, anyway, my sister-in-law told me about this one that was the bath and body, like the body and face rag. And she's like, I use this to shave my legs. I'm like, wait, what? No. She's like, I'm serious. I don't have to use shaving cream anymore. I just wipe my leg with this special rag and shave. I'm like, mm-mm. Like, I cannot
That's so
imagine that
cool.
at all. But I did it and it works. And for me, it's like, okay, now, that almost is like an indulgence because to
An
me, it's like, okay, I
indulgence,
don't have to
yeah.
get the shaving cream out. I don't have to like get my hands all messy. I don't have to like, you know how it is. You put your shaving cream on, but inevitably it gets washed away before you get to that
Yep.
spot on your leg to shave. But this
Yes.
is just a rag. So you just like wipe your leg, shave, and like that's it. And it's amazing.
That's cool.
So
Yeah, it is kind of an indulgence because it's something you wouldn't normally get for yourself.
it's true. It is an indulgence because these rags are not the cheapest in the world, but
Mhm.
it's so worth it because now I don't have to buy shaving cream anymore.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's exciting. I'm gonna have to
super
try one.
exciting. All right. To recap our list of 5 unusual things that you can do, busy moms specifically can do to take care of yourself. I know we're like sitting here staring at each other like, who's going to speak first?
All right. Download a game app or any other app that you can, spend a couple minutes indulging something fun for. Create a feel-good playlist and use that for your meditation. Closet snacks. Find your happy place or place of inspiration and indulge in something.
And if you have any other tips to share with us, please let us know on Instagram, tag us at Marketing Moms Podcast. Let us know what you are doing for your own self-care that might kind of be a little unusual. Okay. We were like so off this morning because I'm over here like, are you going to say something? Okay. Are you going to? No? Cool. Oh. Hey, everyone. We will see you next week. Thank you for joining us today. We're so honored this is where you chose to spend your time.
If this episode helped you in some way, please share it with another mom who needs to hear it. We're in this together.
And if you're ready for next steps, free goodies, and more, head over to marketingmomspodcast.com.
We'll see you next week.